request ma'am to deliver his on the devising hypothesis. Once again, I welcome you, and uh, uh, I'm very privileged to introduce this all participants. Thank you, ma'am, and over to you, ma'am.
Sir, please share my PPT.
Yes, ma'am. Wait, 1 minute, ma'am.
Actually, I am very happy
Is
to
it
have a
visible,
word
ma'am?
with you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
I am audible. Okay. Yeah. Very happy to share my views with you, and I feel personally happy because of uh, this is the college where I read my first paper in maybe in 2002 or 3, when one day workshop have been arranged by I think the safe type of group was there for the student, and my reading of paper or sharing my thoughts started with this college, and always I am in touch with this college because of the principal of the college, Honorable Dr. Mahadev Gavhane sir, the coordinator of this program, Dr. Anuja Jadhav ma'am, and all others for some official visits or academic purpose. That's why I feel very happy to be with you on this platform to deliver my lecture with you. The topic that is given to me is a research design. Uh, some changes are there. The next, please, sir. Changes are there, whatever had been told about me. Uh, next slide, please, sir. Next one. Next slide. Sir, second slide. Changes are there. Actually, 12 books have been published, 5 books which are the reference books and that had been published by Atlantic New Delhi. 3 books got published by Sahitya Akademi, and remaining projects and other things are there. Next, please. Sir, next slide. No, third one. Third one. Next, please. Sir, next. Before going to research design, just a minute. Updated PPT I sent, and this is not the same one. I have another one, sir. Davne, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Share that PPT.
Wait, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Wait.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello.
Sir, show me the fourth one.
Next.
Just a minute, sir. Show me the last.
Ma'am, this is only updated PPT.
Last but one. Just a minute. Last but one.
Last but one.
Yeah. Okay. Take the third side. Take the third one, sir. Third one.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Before going to research design, some steps I want to tell that you have to complete in your research. Now some changes are there. Previously, RAC committee was there, and after RAC you have to attend the RRC, and within the period for 5 years you have to complete your coursework. But now the steps are changed. When you are going for a research, the first step that you have to attend is RAC committee, where the research guide is allocated to you. The second stage, after completing that one, that you have to complete the coursework, and for this coursework a program is scheduled by the university, and then the examination is there, and if you clear your examination, then you have to face the RRC committee, where your topic is finalized, and then when the topic gets finalized, you have to join the research center, and after joining the research center, progress reports have been submitted by you. That is the work up to 3 to 5 years, and when your work is on the verge of completion, you have to give the pre-submission seminar and prepare the final synopsis. After the pre-submission seminar, final synopsis with the consent of the guide that has been submitted to the university, and after the submission of the final synopsis, the thesis should be submitted within 6 months. After the submission of the thesis, acceptance letter on the basis of final synopsis had been sent to the referees. The panel is decided by the RRC committee, and Vice Chancellor take the decision who will be the internal referee within Maharashtra, and one referee would be from out of Maharashtra. Actually, 3 referees are there to examine the thesis. One is the research guide, who is called the internal referee. Second one is the referee within Maharashtra, and third one is the referee out of Maharashtra. When we get the acceptance from them, 1 month is allotted to them for the acceptance, and after getting the acceptance, the theses are dispatched to the referees, and after getting report from the referees, the final viva voce is examination that is conducted. That is the entire process of your research. You have to complete all these steps from beginning to end. Now next. When actually you start your work, you have to keep in mind some basic rules for it. The thing is that the principle of unity, actually the law of unity is given originally by Aristotle for tragedies, that it should have the proper beginning, it should have the middle, and it should have the proper end also. That principle of unity is followed in the research work also. The research work should have, the dissertation should have a well beginning, a middle, and an end. So far as rules are there for a research paper or a project or for the thesis of MPhil, the same rules are there for the dissertation of PhD also, for the thesis of the PhD also. So far as the research paper is concerned, the first few paragraphs, a couple of paragraphs, that is your beginning, and the last couple of paragraphs, that is your end. But so, and middle part is called body. But so far as the thesis is concerned, the first chapter is called the beginning, conclusion is called the end, and the chapters between them, there may be 2, there may be 3, there may be 4, up to 7, 8 chapters you can prepare, but the middle part is the body is called the middle part. So first chapter is your beginning and concluding chapter is your end. The principle of unity should be followed here. Introduction cannot be given in the middle part, or conclusions cannot given at the beginning. The order should be the same one. The introductory chapter, that is your first chapter, and wherever you are giving your findings, that is your last chapter, that is your conclusion. So the principle of unity should be followed, even if the research paper is there, even if the project is there, even if the thesis either of MPhil or either of PhD should be there. That law should be followed in research work. That is the necessary condition everywhere. The beginning, the middle and the end. Next please. Sir, next slide. This is a very important question, how and where to start. The first thing that we have to keep in mind that generally this happens today. Previously, so far as PhD is concerned, that has been started at the age of 40, but now we observe that it has become the part of compulsory education. After completing your PG, either you go for SET or NET, or you go for MPhil, or you go for PET. Now the option of MPhil is not available since last year. So two options are there. Either you have to clarify your eligibility test, that is either SET or NET, then you get exempted to do PhD work from PET, or you have to go for PET, that is the entrance exam for PhD. And after completing this one, now the question is where and how to start. Writing research paper is totally different from whatever study you have done up to your PG level, or for the preparation of SET or NET, or preparation for PET also. Previously the maturity was there, but now PhD has been started at the pre-mature stage. That is why the student should be alert that it is not a cut paste job. Writing a research paper becomes a very easy task. We collect 10 or 12 or 13 or 14 books with us. One paragraph from this book, another paragraph from another book, third paragraph from another book, changing the language we use to do it. But at the very beginning, we have to keep in mind that it is not a cut paste job. Taking paragraphs from various types of books is not research. What is research? Actually, you have to go with the primary sources, you have to go with the secondary sources, you have to read the opinions of the scholars, and then you have to give your own opinion. That is your research. So the first thing that you have to keep in mind that taking paragraphs from various books or taking material from various books or internet, that is not a research. So you should not go with that activity. Copy and paste or cut or paste. Then what is research? The first thing we have to clarify to the PhD student, if someone come to us, that research is actually throwing a new light. Throwing a new light on what? Expressing the new ideas on what? Something that is very close to your heart. While choosing the research topic, you have to choose that type of topic which is of your own interest, that you like, that is very close to your heart. And to express your views on that subject is actually research. Reading the other books, reading the primary sources, reading the secondary sources, then you have to find out your own aspect regarding that one, and you have to express your own point of view. Whatever you feel about that, what the other scholars think about that, and what do you feel about that, that is actually your research. We have to clarify this thing to the researcher. Then whatever subject you want to work, it should not be the choice of the others. The students are in confusions. The scholars who are doing PhD, how to choose the topic, that is a very big question. Whether we have to decide the topic with consultation with our teacher, with our principal, with the dean, or with the research supervisor. No, actually topic should be decided by the research scholar himself or herself. Whatever topic you are going to choose, that should be of your own choice. That should not be of the other choice. Guide is always there. Research supervisor is always there. But he or she is there just to guide, to solve your difficulty in research. She is not there or he is not there to give you the topic. topic should have been decided in consultation with the research supervisor. That should be of your own choice, and you have to select that type of topic which you like, in which you are interested, because work has been done by you, not by your research supervisor. That thing must be kept in the mind of the researcher. Next, please. When you decide we are thinking about the topic, how to make a choice of the topic. That is the question for us. Being the English teacher, I'll choose literature. Suppose the student of literature, the question is there, how to make a choice of the topic. First, he has to decide, or she has to decide, in which genre he or she is interested. Whether that is the genre of poetry or novel or short story. You can choose criticism also. Any genre you can choose, but first decide the genre, in which genre you want to work. Then you have to decide about the age, whether you want to work in Old English period or Middle English period or Modern English period. That should be decided by you. Then area of the world, on which area of the world you want to work, whether Indian literature or American literature or Caribbean literature or African literature or new literature. That is of your own choice. First decide the genre, then decide the period, then decide the area of the world, and then you have to decide a particular author. On which author, if Indian author is there, then which author you are going to select. If American is there, on which author you are going to work. So you have to take the decision on the basis of this one: the genre you want to work, the period you want to work, the area of the world that you want to make a choice, and then the author in that area. That is the thing that is applicable to literature. Then facing difficulty in choice of the topic. If you are facing a difficulty, then to whom you have to go? Not to your friend, not to your teacher, not to the research supervisor. The best thing is that still, if you are in confusion, refer to the library. Go there, sit for couple of days, read the books of your choice, then think about that. Think whether you can work on that particular author or not. Read the books of your interest. First you have to read the primary sources, and then you have to work the secondary sources, and then you have to decide the topic. So who is the best friend so far as the choice of the topic is concerned? Library is your best friend to make a choice of the topic. The other people are there to support you, but who can guide you in the best manner? Library can guide you in the best manner. Go there, spend some days there, and after reading the primary sources, secondary sources, you have to decide the topic. The topic should not be of the guide's choice. The topic should not be of the teacher's choice. The topic should not be of the dean's choice. The topic should be of your own choice. You should have a full confidence in your mind. Yes, I can work on this writer, I can do my research, and I can complete my thesis. Then you have to make a choice. Make sure that when you decide the topic, at that time you have to make sure that whatever aspect you have chosen, that should not be handled, that should not be tackled by another one. The aspect, the author can be common, but the aspect that you are choosing one, that aspect should not be tackled by the another person. Actually, the lot of work is there. If suppose you choose from Indian side that Anita Desai has been, a lot of research work has been done on her. But previously, last year, I got a thesis from North Maharashtra University, and the researcher has worked on the narrative style of Anita Desai. That aspect was new for me. Yesterday, a pre-submission seminar was there, and the teacher has worked on a very novel topic, the use of music in the teaching of poetry. You have to You can choose any author, but while choosing the author, whatever aspect you are choosing, that time you have to make sure that other researcher has not worked on the same aspect of the writer. That care has to be taken. Next, please. Sir, next. Then the question is there, how to use the library? Up to the level of PG, we go to the library, no doubt. We refer to the books. But how is that canvas? That is very limited. That is limited to your syllabi. But so far as your research is concerned, a very large canvas is there. So how to use the library? That is also a question. There are some facilities available to us in the use of library. You can apply the card system. You can use the computer. If you are going to a card system, then you have to use the card according to the subject category or author category. The cards are there, and making choice of the cards, very easily you can find out the book with the help of the card system. And finding the book from the subject category or author category or title category, it is very easy for you to find out the book in the library. Similarly, what is there in the library? There are indexes to periodicals, there are indexes to bibliographies, there are the collection of abstracts. Then what is actually, how these things are useful for you, are helpful for you? So far as the bibliographies are concerned, at the first stage also, the bibliographies are very helpful you. Actually, bibliography is not just the last part of our thesis. It should be the first part of our research work. Why? Because bibliographies help you to find out what work has been done in a particular area. The list of the books is there, primary sources, secondary sources, how many articles by which author have been written on that particular topic, on that particular author. Then the dissertations, which type of dissertations are available to you, how many research articles have been published in the newspaper, what material you can get from the bibliography also. You can get all those things from bibliography. So bibliography is very useful. If you go with the bibliography and if you prepare your own list, what material is useful for you, and with that one, if you go to the library, within a few days you can collect a large material with you. So in that sense, bibliographies are very helpful. It can save your time and it will give you a direction how to work for how to collect the research material for your thesis. Second one, MLA, International Bibliography, is considered the best one. It is Modern Language Association of America. M, that is modern, L, Language Association of America, that is considered the best bibliography so far as research work is concerned. Then in library you can get collection of abstracts also. What is there in the collection of abstracts? A brief gist, a brief summary has been given regarding the articles, regarding the dissertations and regarding the other literature, so that you can have the idea what that particular thesis contains or what that particular dissertation contains or what is there in the article. Instead of going for 1 to 10 pages, within 1.5 page you can get the gist and you can decide whether that material is applicable for you, whether that material is useful for you, and that can save your time, and within a short period you can collect the useful material for your research work. So collection of abstracts, they are also very useful for you in the collection of material. And Dissertation Abstract International, popularly known as DAI, is considered the best one so far as the abstracts are concerned. Next please. Two years should be given for material collection, visiting libraries, sitting there, taking notes and preparing your material with you. 2 years should be given for material collection, visit to the scholars, visit to the libraries. Then which type of language? At the 3rd year you can start your writing, thesis writing. while writing, which type of language should be used? That is a question. Writing a paper or a thesis actually is we usually do two types of writing, formal writing and informal writing. So far as thesis writing is concerned, it is a formal task. It is totally a formal task. So far as writing is concerned, we have three stylistic levels. One is the formal, second the informal, and third one is the colloquial styles. That three styles we have with us. So far as formal style is concerned, what is there in the formal style? The use of rhetorical devices are there. The impersonal tone is used. Possibly the sentences are very longer and unfamiliar words with no contraction that are expected in the formal style. Can't, don't, didn't, such type of contractions are not used in the formal style. And so far as writing is concerned, how are the sentences? The sentences are long one. Similarly, the complex sentences are also used, and tone is totally impersonal one. So far as informal style is concerned, in comparison with the formal style, here sentences are shorter one. Similarly, we find idiomatic expressions in informal style, and the diction that is used in the style is a demotic diction, is the diction that is used in the day-to-day use by all the people. That type of style is informal style. Formal style, we observed, if the short example is given, in so far as official letters are concerned, the style is always formal. So far as familiar or friendly letters are concerned, the style is always informal one. And the third style that is available to us for writing is colloquial style. It is mostly used in the spoken form. If the novel is there and if you are giving the dialogue at that time, the use of colloquial style is used there. Similarly, it consists of very short sentences, many abbreviations and colloquialisms are found in colloquial style. So far as thesis writing is concerned, we have to use the formal style, not the informal or not the colloquial. For thesis writing, for dissertation writing, or for writing a research article for a journal, the style should be formal one. Next, please. When we go to the library, at that time, taking notes is must for us, because all the papers cannot be xeroxed there. That is not possible. And sometime we cannot spend so many days also. At that time, we have to take the notes. For taking notes, note taking is a very important action so far as writing of thesis is concerned, or so far as the writing of research paper is also concerned. Then how to take the notes? We can use the card system or we can use the sheet of paper. If card system is there, what should be the size of the card? It should be of 6 to 4 inches card. Write out at the top of the card, we have to write out the topic. And after writing the topic, after giving the title, write out the topic under which the particular note comes. And after giving that title, we have to give the notes in longer sentences. We cannot use there. The points we can write on the card, and it will help you to put all the notes on a particular topic together before you start your writing for your paper or for your thesis. If the sheet of paper you are using, at that time you have to prepare the files. A long paper is there. You can write a detailed matter on that paper one, and you can prepare a file for first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, conclusion, whatever is there, you have to prepare the file according to the chapters and put the paper of sheets according to the title, whatever titles are there to the chapter. According to that one, we have to insert our notes in that sheet of paper into that file. Careful note taking. Why we have to take the notes? Because it is not possible for us to go again and again to the another various types of libraries using the books again and again. That is also not possible for us. Careful note taking help us to avoid going back to the books, avoid the loss of time. Again, finding the books. first page, second page, third page, fourth page, where is that? That is a long question and that will take a lot of time. But if we take the notes, that will help us in saving our time, similarly in doing the work in a systematic manner. Then format of a research paper or thesis. What should be the length? That is the question. If you are writing a research paper, at that time the length is decided by the journal, that you have to write the research paper comprising 1000 word, 2000 words or 4000 words. The length is decided by the journal who is going to publish that one. But so far as the thesis writing is concerned, what should be the length? A thesis of PhD normally between 40,000 to 50,000 words. That is the expectation for a thesis writing. So far as the other dissertations are concerned, maybe of MPhil or a project writing, it may consist of from 8,000 to 25,000. That should be the length of the project or the dissertation for MPhil. So far as the thesis writing is concerned, while writing the thesis, the first principle, that is the principle of unity, that it should have the proper beginning, it should have the middle, it should have the end, that holds any formal writing. That is the principle which should be maintained while writing a research paper, while writing a dissertation, while writing a project, or while writing a thesis of PhD of the doctorate degree. Introduction, body and conclusion. Then what is introduction? Introduction is actually the couple of paragraphs so far as a research paper is concerned. But so far as your PhD thesis is concerned, the introduction comprises the theoretical framework. The theoretical information is there, and along with that theoretical information, review of literature is there, then objectives that you are going to attend there, hypothesis, methodology which are going to follow. So far as the literature is concerned, we have two methods. One is the analytical and exploratory, and second one is the survey method. If survey method is there, then analysis of data is there, and if the analytical method is there, then you can do it sitting at your home or sitting in the library. So methodology should be mentioned, and chapter scheme also should be given in the first chapter. So the first chapter, that is introduction, that comprises the theoretical information about the topic, that is introduction, the review of literature, your objectives, your hypothesis, the methodology that you are going to follow, and your chapter scheme. That is your first chapter. Then what is in the body? That is the chapters between introduction and conclusion. There may be 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever will be the scheme that you can decide on your own or with the consultation of your guide. So the part between introduction and conclusion, that is called body. The main body of your paper of your thesis will develop your argument fully. So far as first chapter is concerned, your argument is not developed. Actually, that is a theoretical part, but your own argument that can be developed in the, say, from second chapter to the last but one chapter. You can develop your argument. It will contain the analysis of the data that you have collected, if the survey method is there, and interpretation of the data. But suppose if literature that belongs to previous period, if there is no scope for survey, that you have to go with the primary sources, you have to go with the secondary sources, you have to decide the chapter scheme, and according to chapter scheme, you have to go on giving your own point of view regarding the aspect that you have chosen for your thesis, for your research work. That is the body that comprises from second chapter to last but one. So far as conclusion is concerned, if the paper is there, couple of paragraphs, last couple of paragraphs, that is called the conclusion. If the thesis is there, at that time, what the last chapter is your conclusion. What is there in the last chapter? It comprises the introduction, how the objectives are fulfilled, how the hypothesis is fulfilled, and what are your findings. So first chapter deals with the theoretical part, the review of literature, the objectives, the hypothesis, methodology, and chapter scheme. So far as body is concerned, you have to analyze your own point of view regarding the aspect that you have given as the title of that chapters, and analytical study is there in the body. And so far as the last chapter conclusion is concerned, you have to give the summary, a brief summary of the research work that you have given there. Similarly, how the objectives and hypothesis is fulfilled, and later on your findings about the topic, and last one, the scope for further research. Similarly, you are expected to give the limitations of the thesis also, to give the limitations of your research work also. At the same time, you have to keep in mind, although introduction and conclusion, these are the chapters, but each chapter from first to last but one, it is always considered that introduction and conclusion should be given in each chapter. Introduction, that you have to connect with the previous chapter and you have to narrate what you are going to do in the coming chapter. And conclusion, what are your findings regarding that particular chapter. So introduction and conclusion, these are the separate chapters, but at the same time these are used in the other chapters also as a sub-part of that particular chapters, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever chapters are there. Each chapter should comprise introduction as well as conclusion. What is expected in the introduction of the chapter? You have to link it with the previous one and you have to narrate in very brief what you are going to do in the coming chapter. That is expected there. And what is there in the conclusion of that particular chapter? Whatever you have done, you have to give 2, 3, 4 findings regarding that chapter only. That should be done in the entire thesis. Next, please. Next. Last part of your thesis is how to give the references. Now, the question is that which book has to be referred to give the references or to prepare the bibliography. Latest edition of MLA handbook should be used there. That is suggested by majority of the research supervisors. Now 9th one is also available, but that is not in hard copy. So whatever suggestions I am giving here that are related to the 8th MLA edition, 8th one. Previously, so far as research writing is concerned, whenever we used to take the material from the other scholars, at that time we have to give the numbering there 1, 2, 3, 4, and at the end of the chapter whatever numbers are given, the details of the author and the book that is given there. But now that formula is changed. Instead of that one, we used to give the in-text citation. What is there in the in-text citation? Wherever you have taken the quotation or wherever you have taken the thought of the other scholar, of the other author, at that time you have to mention the name of the author. And how to mention the name of the author? Surname and the page number of that book. And while giving the name of the book, that we have to give at the end, works cited, and all the books that are mentioned there, they should be arranged alphabetically. While giving the reference, what is expected there? The name of the author with surname first. Then title of the research paper, if the research paper is there. The name of the book, that should be given in italics. The name of the publication and the date of the publication. Up to 7th one, we used to give the place also. But in the 8th one, the place is deleted. So the name of the author with the surname first, the name of the research paper. If the research paper is there, that should be given in the inverted comma. Then the name of the book, that should be given in italicized form. The name of the publication and year of publication. Page number should not be mentioned there because that is already given in the in-text citation. In in-text citation, the surname of the author and page number. No punctuation mark between the name of the author and page number. Example I have cited there. Name of the author, actually Manchi Sarat Babu, that is the name of the author, but surname first. So Babu, after giving the surname, comma should be given there. Then the remaining name, after completing the name, the full stop should be given there. If you are using the article within that book, if there is no article, then we can give the name of the book directly. But if the chapter scheme is there, then you have to mention the name of the chapter, and that should be in the inverted comma. So social deformity is the name of the chapter. Where should be full stop? Not after the inverted comma. It should be within the inverted comma, and then you have to complete the inverted comma. Then the name of the book, that is in italics. Indian Drama Today, Study in the Theme of Cultural Deformity. That is the name of the book. After it, full stop. Then name of the publication. After publication, comma should be there. And after comma, the year of publication, and then full stop. That is about one. But similarly, the other things are also there. Suppose you are using the introduction. The style is different then. So far as 8th edition is concerned. Surname first, that is Banerjee. Name of the author is Arundhati. Full stop. If you are using the introduction or foreword or appendix, no inverted comma. If the chapter is there, that is in inverted comma. If the research paper is there, that is in inverted comma. But introduction, foreword or appendix, that should not be in inverted comma. So introduction, after introduction, full stop. The name of the book, 5 Plays of Vijay Tendulkar. If you are giving the writer's name later on, because that is the introduction to that book that is given by Arundhati Banerjee. So who is the author of that book? Whose plays are there? Vijay Tendulkar. When you are mentioning the editor or writer at that time, after the name of the book, full stop should not be given, the comma should be there. By Vijay Tendulkar. In the first one, we observed that after the name of the book, the full stop is there. But here what we are doing, we are giving the name of the author. That is why after the name of the book, the comma should be there by Vijay. And later on, comma should be continued up to the last but one. Vijay Tendulkar, comma, OUP, that is name of publication, again comma, and year of publication, that is 1992. Come to the third one. Chaudhary N. That is the author. Surname is Chaudhary and initial letter is used, full stop. Then the name of the article is there. Hindi drama. Before completing the inverted comma, full stop should be given. Then the name of the book, Comparative Indian Literature. Here author is not there, but the editor is there. So again, no full stop after the name of the book, comma. Edited by K.M. George. Again comma, name of the publication is Macmillan, again comma, the year of publication, and then full stop. See the next one, Erin Beamy. The name of the book is Drama Contemporary. She has given the introduction and she herself is the editor. At that time, what to do? In the third one, the editor I have given after the name of the book. But if the introduction is given by the editor, at that time what we are expected to do there? Me, that is surname, comma, Erin B. Complete name, full stop. B, initial letter is used, that is why full stop is there. But we are giving the editor here. So instead of giving a full stop, whatever we did in the previous examples, the comma is used after that one, editor, and then full stop. Because who is giving the introduction is the editor here. So me, comma, Erin B, after B full stop is there because that is the initial that is used there. Comma, why? Because editor is written there, because editor is the same one who is giving introduction to the book. Then introduction, full stop. Name of the book is Drama Contemporary, full stop. Then publication, Oxford University Press, OUP, comma, and then publication year. So that is the last part. So far, next please, sir. Sir, next slide. That is the last part of your thesis. Prepare a bibliography. Taking the bibliography from the other book, that should not be done. Actually, you go to the library, whatever books you have used. When you are taking the notes, prepare all those list of those books, whatever books you have used, or whatever work has been done in that area. Those books only should be mentioned in the bibliography. First, you have to mention the primary sources, then the secondary sources. If you are working on Vijay Tendulkar, the books of Vijay Tendulkar, the plays which have been written by them, that should be mentioned there. Secondary sources, that comprises what? The research papers that have been written by the other people, or the books which are used as reference books on that author. That are the secondary sources. And then introduction, article, dissertation. That should be mentioned in the bibliography. And the last part is internet entries or online sources that have been used by you. So bibliography should be divided into 4 parts. Primary sources, secondary sources, introductions, article, dissertation, whatever you have been referred to from the various types of libraries, and then internet entries. Primary sources should be written in which manner? I have given the example of the book of Badal Sarkar. The name of the book is Beyond the Land of Hathamala and Scandal in Fairyland. How should be written? First the name of the author, surname first, then comma. So instead of writing Badal Sarkar, we have to write Sarkar, comma, Badal, then full stop. Then the name of the book, Beyond the Land of Hathamala and Scandal in Fairyland, full stop. Name of publication is Seagull, comma, year of publication 2003. I forgot here, full stop should be given after the publication of the book. Then in secondary sources, I have cited the example, Bharucha Rustam. Bharucha is the surname. After surname, comma should be given there. Bharucha, comma, Rustam. You have completed the name, so full stop. The name of the book is Rehearsals of Revolution, the Political Theatre of Bengal, full stop. Name of publication is Seagull, comma, publication year is 1983. Then the third part, here you can give all the books which are available so far as your choice of author is concerned, whatever books are there. Then introduction, article and dissertation. So many books who have introductions of some very important writers. Here the example I have given of Samik Bandyopadhyay. So surname first, that is Bandyopadhyay, comma, Samik, that is the first name, full stop. Introduction should not be in inverted comma. To which book he has given the introduction? Beyond the Land of Hathamala and Scandal in Fairyland. He is not the author, that is why we are mentioning the author here. So comma, by Badal Sarkar, again comma, publication is Seagull, again comma, year of publication is 2003, and then full stop. If you are giving the article here, then article should be in inverted comma. The full stop should be given before the inverted comma, then the name of the book, then the name of the author by giving a comma, then again comma, name of publication, and then publication year. Then last part of the bibliography is internet entries or bibliography or online sources. Whatever you are using, you have to mention there properly, and that are checked by the referees. Sir, any problem?
Hello, madam.
Hello, sir.
Madam.
Hello, sir.
Madam, PPT not change. Madam, PPT slide not change. Madam, same as same slide, madam. Slide same slide, madam. Didn't change, madam.
You don't have the slide of bibliography.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam. But you okay, madam. But slide change, madam, but not change, madam. Okay, madam. Okay, madam.
Now it is visible, ma'am, but the previous slide was not able to visualize. Now the bibliography page is there.
Yeah, I am speaking on bibliography. You can't see the last but one. The previous
now
one.
we are able to visualize. Now it is visible. Now it is visible.
Okay. Should I repeat all the slides again?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Is it okay or not?
Yeah, it's
No,
okay.
ma'am.
It's okay, ma'am.
Now there is no slide. Davne sir.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the first one.
Hello.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11,
Yes, ma'am.
and the last one. So while writing a dissertation, the first thing that you have to keep in mind that what you are doing actually. First thing that you have to face RAC committee deciding about your guide. If you have the word with a guide, that is a very good thing, because you should have a good rapport with that person. Then only you will be comfortable and you can complete your job. So think about the guide and then face the RAC committee. That will be better for you. Second thing that you have to do in the research work is to complete your coursework. The 3 papers are there. The first paper is of research methodology. Second paper is of IT, and third one that has been started last year, that is on ethics. And this time the guide has to submit the internal marks of the IT only, not the other one. Then you have to face the RRC committee. In RRC committee, your topic is finalized and your registration is confirmed. So you have to join the research center, giving the joining report, completing the formalities, and then your work starts. Complete all the procedures of giving the presentation so far as the progress reports are concerned. 2 progress reports you have to submit in 1 year. One is from January to June and second one is from July to December. For July to December, you have to give the presentation going to the research center, and then only you can submit your progress report. Submit it on time, because it will create obstacles for you as well as for the research center also. Be updated, be punctual in submitting the research work. Similarly, the first 2 years should be given for the collection of data. So visit the libraries, go there, sit there for a couple of days, take the notes, and then in the third this is writing. While the choice of subject, keep in mind that whose choice should be there. It should not be the choice of the dean. It should not be the choice of your teacher. It should not be the choice of your research supervisor. Just take their suggestions and you have to decide which topic is suitable for me, with which topic I am comfortable, whether I can work on that topic or not. So the research topic should be of the researcher's choice. If you are facing the difficulty, if your reading is not vast one, at that time you have to go to the library. Who is your best friend in deciding the topic? Library is the best friend in deciding the topic. Go there, refer to the books, take the books of your own choice that you like, that you love. Read the primary sources. After reading the primary sources, read the secondary sources also. And then you decide whether you can work on that topic or not. Whatever research work has been done on that particular author. And then you have to decide the topic. So far as literature is concerned, how to decide the topic? You have to think about the genre, in which genre you want to work, whether that is poetry or drama or novel or short story, or whether you have to work in the field of English language teaching, or whether it is the field, it is criticism. So you decide about that. After deciding the genre, then you have to decide the period, on which period you want to work. The current one, or the ancient one, or the middle one. Then decide which part of the world you are going to choose, whether that is American or African or Afro-American or Caribbean or Indian. That should be of your own choice, and then go to the author after deciding it, on which author you want to work. So all these decisions should be done before the choice of the topic. The great mistake we did there, we don't go to the library, our reading is also very limited, we choose the topic that is suggested by our guide, and later on we face so many difficulties. So actually PhD should be started before the research allocation committee also. How making a choice of the topic, deciding whether I can give justice to the topic or not, whether I am comfortable with that topic or not. Vast reading should be there before taking a decision about the topic. So that should be done in advance of 1 year. You should be comfortable with your topic. You should have a full confidence that I can give justice to the topic, I can complete my work on myself. Guide is always there, but guide is not to do the research. Guide is there to give you the direction. Guide is there to solve the difficulties. So the choice should be of your own choice. The topic should be of your own choice. And how you have to choose the topic? By reading vast, reading those books that you like, then deciding about the genre, deciding about the period, deciding about the part of the world from where you want to take the literature, and deciding about the author. When you make a choice, then go to the library. While going, library is the best friend throughout the research work. 3 types of systems are available to you. You can operate the computer. Sometimes problems are there. Always the problem of electricity is also there. So you should be acquainted with the card system also. In card system, you can find the book with the author's category, with the titles category, or the subject category. That will help you in saving the time and finding out the book. Once you start your research work, then you have to take the notes. While taking the notes, which type of language should be used there? 3 types of languages are available to us: formal, informal, and colloquial. Formal style is one which has possibly longer sentences. Similarly, the informal tone is used there, and at the same time, the rhetorical devices are also there. No contraction should be used. Whatever we use for and, that also should not be used there. Between, the contraction should not be there. Can't, don't, haven't, such type of contraction should not be used in formal style. So far as informal style is concerned, the shorter sentences are there. Then the idiomatic expressions are also found, and the words that are used in the informal style, they are the words from day-to-day language that are used by all common people. But in formal style, the new words that should be used there. And the third style of writing is colloquial style. So far as writing is concerned, the colloquial style for dialogue writing. In novel, we find it. So far as thesis writing is concerned, which style should be used in research writing? The style should be formal one. The first one, possibly longer sentences, then no contractions. Similarly, rhetorical devices, and the tone should be impersonal one. Formal style is the appropriate style so far as thesis writing or research writing is concerned. Then when you are going to the library, taking the Xerox is not sufficient. Sometimes you have to sit there and you have to take the notes. For taking notes, you can use 2 methods. One is card system and another one is using a paper sheet. If the card system is used by you, the length of the card should be 6 by 4 inches. And so far as sheet of paper is concerned, you have to prepare the file according to your chapters. If the card system is there, you have to give the title, and in short you have to give the points there. You cannot write the detailed notes so far as card system is concerned. And sheet of paper, there you can write the full sentences and adding the papers into the appropriate files according to the chapters. And taking notes help you in saving time, because now you are not expected to go again to the book finding out that matter. When you are taking the note, the name of the book as well as page number should be mentioned there. So far, if you face any type of confusion or if you face any type of difficulty, it is easier for you to go to the directly to the book if the page number is mentioned there. Note taking helps you in saving the time. Similarly, in going to the paper. So far as format of the research paper is concerned, the length should be decided. Sometimes people used to write the thesis in thousands of pages. That is not expected there. The format is given by the PG section. So far as research paper is concerned, research paper for a journal, the length is decided by the person concerned. So far as thesis writing of a PhD is concerned, the length should be between 14,000 to 15,000. For other dissertations, the dissertation for MPhil or project writing, the length should be between 8,000 to 25,000 words. The principle of unity should be followed in the thesis writing. It should have the proper beginning, it should have the middle, it should have the end. So far as research paper is concerned, the couple of beginning paragraph, that is considered introduction, and the couple of last paragraph, that is considered the conclusion. So far as thesis writing is concerned, the first chapter is always introduction. What is there in the introduction? The theoretical part, the review of literature, whatever topic you have chosen, what research has been done in that area, that is your review of literature. Your objectives, your hypothesis, which method you are going to use while writing the thesis, and your chapter scheme. That is your first chapter. From second chapter to last but one, that is your body. If you have used the survey method, the analysis of data will be there in the body. If survey method is not there, if the exploratory analytical method is used there is the development of your argument. The analysis, whatever data you have collected there, reading that data, you can give your own point of view. What is your conclusion? And the last part, that is conclusion, it comprises a brief summary what you have done from the first to the last but one chapter, very brief summary. Second one, how the objectives and your hypothesis is fulfilled, and then your findings, and last part, further implications of the research and limitations of your research work. That is expected in the last chapter. But you have to keep in mind, if you are writing, if you are citing the example that this is a very good thesis to be referred by the other scholars, at that time keep in mind that each chapter from second to last but one, it should comprise introduction as well as conclusion. What is expected in the introduction of the chapter, what you have given in the earlier chapter, and what you are giving in the next, in the coming chapter. And conclusion, the conclusion of that chapter only, that should be maintained from the second chapter to last but one. That is your thesis. Last part is bibliography. While writing the bibliography, you should be very careful using the bibliography of the other thesis. That is not a good thing. Whatever books you have referred to, or whatever books which are related to your topic, that should be mentioned in the bibliography. It should be divided into 4 parts. Primary sources, if you have taken the author, the primary sources at the beginning. Secondary sources, whatever research work has been done on that particular area, that is in the secondary one. Third one, there you have to mention the articles, the introduction and the dissertations. And last part is online sources you have applied to. While giving the bibliography, the latest edition of MLA should be followed there. That should be studied very minutely. The close reading of the MLA handbook is necessary for every researcher, because at the end, whatever books you have referred to, that has been observed very minutely. Sometime theses are again asked to revise and resubmit on the basis of methodology also. So follow the methodology that is given in the MLA handbook of latest edition. The previous edition should not be used. The latest edition should be used, otherwise you will have a remark on your thesis. So that is the last part of your thesis. And when you prepare all those things, you have to face the pre-submission seminar. The pre-submission seminar is given in the presence of all the students who are there in the research center. Then suggestions are given by the authorities. Whatever suggestions have been given, that suggestion should be followed in rewriting the thesis. And after the pre-submission seminar, final synopsis should be submitted to the PG section. And at the same time, before that one, the research supervisor should give the internal marks of the 2 papers so far as coursework is concerned. And then within the 6 months, the thesis should be submitted there. The panel is given by the RRC committee, and 1 referee will be within Maharashtra, within your state, 1 referee will be out of state, and 3rd referee is your research supervisor. When the reports from the referees have been received by the PG section, the Viva examination is conducted there, and the degree will be awarded to you. That is your entire work of research of PhD. Now, if you have some doubt, you can ask.
Ma'am, greetings, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, greetings.
Hello.
How about APA style, ma'am?
APA style, that is also considered a standard one.
Yeah.
You
yes,
can apply
yes,
any
ma'am.
one, but follow only that one entire the thesis.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, really
Anyone you can
superb, ma'am.
use.
Highly informative. Highly informative, ma'am.
That is
Superb.
your choice.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
With
ma'am.
whatever
No, yeah.
you feel comfortable, you can apply that one. You can use that one.
Yes. Yes,
But
ma'am.
only one.
This session
that should be used from beginning to end, while giving the references and while giving the bibliography. Choice is yours. That is considered very standard APA.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, highly informative, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Liked it.
Yeah.
Actually, I am also happy because I think after COVID, this is the first lecture I am delivering so far as a seminar is concerned.
I got
Otherwise, I was
confidence
busy with administrative work, having a word with the researchers. That gives me a lot of pleasure.
Thanks, ma'am. Got some courage and confidence, ma'am. Surely I am also going to get success in my paper presentation and research, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Welcome. Any question, doubt? Actually,
to ask.
giving information about bibliography, that can also one lecture can be conducted on that one also, because minute observations are there. I will be happy if more questions are there.
Hello.
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 Yeah. You are audible.
I request all the participants ask question if you have any.
Hello. Madam, good evening, madam. Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Sir, you are audible.
Madam. Yes, madam. Small doubt, madam. About English department along with applied linguistic department. So what are the differences, madam? According to thesis writing, or if any, for eligibility.
You want to do your research in linguistics?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Sir, your degree is in linguistics?
Yes, madam. MA English, madam.
MA English in language?
Yes, madam. MA English.
You
Yes,
can
Department
do
of English.
morphology or syntax or socio-linguistics. The choice is there, sir.
Applied linguistic, madam.
You want to do on applied linguistics. Actually, that is not my area. So topic I cannot suggest, sir.
Madam,
Hmm?
tell me, madam, about differences. The linguistic and applied English. There are differences about thesis writing, madam.
Actually, on linguistics, I cannot speak, sir. That's not my area.
Okay, madam. Thank you very much, madam.
That is my.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello.
But just a minute. I think so far as linguistics is concerned, that depends upon the analysis of language. So that will comprise the analysis, what new ways you are giving regarding the analysis of words or whatever choice you have been done. Data analysis will be related to totally to the analysis of language. That's my guess. I am not sure because that's not my area.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sir,
Question.
if you are interested
Yes,
or
ma'am,
if you are going to choose a topic from linguistics, better to go to the library of IFLU. See some theses.
Yes,
That's
madam.
why
Okay,
I said research work started before 1 year.
Yes, madam.
That you have to visit the libraries, you have to refer to the books, you have to refer to the thesis, and then you decide the topic.
Sure, madam.
So that you can have the idea whether you can do the research work or not. That should be done well in advance.
Okay, madam.
Visiting the library, that is the best thing.
Yes, madam. Madam. Hello.
Hello.
Madam, for this organizer, madam.
Hello.
Organizer.
Hello, right, sir.
I'm not
sir,
getting your point, sir.
For this, the team
Right, sir.
organizer.
Please speak.
Madam, actually tomorrow or day after tomorrow have another exam for 3 to 6 my section. I am not willing to attend, madam. I will watch you for the YouTube. So I said,
Sir, you just hello, night, sir. You just share your contact or whatever you have problem on personal WhatsApp. Okay.
Sir, WhatsApp for only admin sending the messages, sir.
You just take a number from that group and send your problem, whatever you have. Okay.
Okay, madam. Madam, I have.
So now I request all the participants, if you have any question regarding research, PhD research, okay. So you can ask ma'am. Ma'am is available here. We will take only 3 questions now.
Dimple ma'am, do you want to ask some question? You are not audible. Make it unmute.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Actually, today, which type of guidance you have delivered as a research scholar today me have got a lot. Now I will do my work efficiently and effectively also. Heartily thanks, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure, ma'am. If anyone has any doubt, my mobile number you can have from Davne sir. You can ask me question at any time, not just today. If you face any type of difficulty or any doubt, just in the morning session I am busy with my classes, but after 3 o'clock I can give a time. No problem. The researcher should have the clear-cut idea what is expected on his part or her part.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Thank you for your enlightening session, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a doubt regarding publication of journals. I am a research scholar. So in which journal should I publish my articles?
UGC care listed, Gitanjali.
I have gone through the list, ma'am. Is there any specific thing, because Scopus indexed and web sources? So please guide us regarding the publications, ma'am.
The list I don't have with me, but you have to refer to the list that is given by UGC as the care listed journal.
Yes, ma'am. So do we have to wait for that publication, ma'am, or will they publish it immediately after our articles is being selected?
No, we have to wait. We have to wait. We have 5 years in our hand. We can wait also. The article should be in a good journal.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Hello, Manisha ma'am. Do you have any question? Manisha Ghogre ma'am.
Manisha ma'am, do you have any question? Mike. Make it unmute.
No, ma'am.
No, okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. How about that Quillbot app, ma'am? Shall we use that for refining our language phrases? Is it safe? Quillbot. Quillbot.
No, I don't, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yes. Thank you.
Hello, participants. If you have question, ma'am is ready to answer. I think
actually while doing the research, you have to keep in mind that should not be a burden for you. It is the thing that gives you a lot of joy. It gives you a direction how to think. Actually, writing a thesis or the award of the degree of PhD, that is the beginning of your research actually. And we have to do it for our happiness, not as a part that can give you a job or that can give you promotions in your job if the job is already there. Keep it in mind, then the task will be easier for you. If we are doing it for own happiness, then you can contribute in a very well manner. Don't take it as a burden. In the beginning, you will have a lot of trouble while writing, but later on, it gives you a lot of joy. Actually, the mind is then always occupied with the thought, even while performing the duties also. That type of experience I had. It will promote you to take new and new projects, even after PhD also. That is your postdoctoral research. Any question?
I think, ma'am, there is no question.
There is no question. Yes. I am very thankful to Daune sir for all the cooperation he provided and conducting this workshop on research methodology. Very thankful to Dr. Anuja Jadhav ma'am, actually who is to me just like my friend. Principal of the college, Dr. Mahadev Gavhane sir, and all of you for giving me this platform and giving me the opportunity for sharing my ideas and listen it very patiently and ask the questions also. That gives me a lot of joy. So thanks to all of you for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to have a word with you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Now, the last part of the program, that is vote of thanks. Is there any question, participants? Okay, I'm going to propose a vote of thanks. So, on the behalf of Rajeshri Shahu Mahavidyalaya Autonomous Latur, I'm very much thankful to you, ma'am. In your deliberation, in discussion, you focused on how to choose topic for PhD, how to write, how to use library, how to use language, and many things which are very useful for the research scholars. So definitely from the beginning, from introduction to conclusion, you explain each and everything very minutely. Even bibliography, how to write bibliography, how to use MLA handbook, that also you explain in a very nice manner. So once again, I am very thankful to you. Thank you once again, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay. Should I take a leave, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you can leave.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
भलाई